Hi, Lindsay here. I'm going to be your drum instructor for Slay Lake City in this video. I would like to start by showing you what each drum looks like and sounds like. First off, you're going to want to put your right foot on your bass drum pedal. Okay, your bass drum is the biggest drum of all, and it's in the center on the floor, and your right foot plays it, unless you're left-handed and you want to switch up your kit. But today we're going to learn right-handed, I guess. So right foot on your kick drum pedal. Your left foot is going to go on your hi-hat pedal. That's the other pedal to the left of your kit. It's the cymbals that open and close when you push the pedal up and down. So in order to adjust your hi-hat, you're going to loosen the tension on the wing nut right here, right? When you do that, this rod should become mobile when you push the pedal up and down. So you want to push it down just a little bit, and then you'll tighten the wing nut again. And when you do that and let go, the top cymbal should rise. And we don't want it to be too wide open. So like a ½ inch is about right for how wide open those two cymbals will be. Next we have the crash cymbal, which is going to be next to your hi-hat cymbals. And then to your right, you're going to have your ride cymbal, which is always or most always heavier and bigger than your crash cymbal. That's how you can tell the difference between the two. So next we have your snare drum, and that is the drum that sits between your legs. It's the closest drum to you, and it has a little clutch on it right here on the side. I'm just going to pick it up and show the clutch. Okay, so this is your snare drum. What makes it a snare is this metal piece that's tied to the bottom of the drum. And you can turn that sound on and off with this little clutch here. All snare drums have a little clutch where you can turn on the snare, turn it off. Right now it's on, which makes it sound like this. And when we turn it off, it's going to sound like this. So we're going to have it on for the lesson. The next drum we're going to talk about is the rack tom. Sometimes you'll have more than one rack tom. Sometimes you'll have 2, 3 even. But today we have one rack tom, and it's this drum here that is attached to the mount that is attached to the bass drum or the kick drum. Okay, and then next we have the floor tom, which is the one that sits on the floor. That's where it gets its name. It has 3 legs, and it has kind of a deeper, bigger sound. It's similar to the kick drum, right? Snare drum has that tighter kind of pitch to it, and then the rack tom is kind of a medium tone. Crash cymbal is generally played with just like one hit that will allow the cymbal to ring out heavily. Whereas the ride cymbal we can use the tip of the stick and get more of a ping out of it. So that is your kit. Okay, next we're going to talk about how to hold our drumsticks. And the way I hold mine is I put my thumbs flush with the sticks, right? So if you can see, my thumbs are lined up with the sticks. They're pointing in the same direction as the sticks. And at the bottom of your hand, you want about 1 inch of the stick to be sticking out down there under your pinky. On both hands. And the main tension is going to be between your thumb and your index fingers. And then your middle ring and little fingers are there to kind of guide the sticks and to keep them from falling out of your hands. But the main tension is going to be in the thumb and index. And we're going to use our wrists when we play, instead of having like a strong stiff arm kind of thing like that. We want to keep our wrists loose, and we'll start to learn how to control our sticks by holding them in this way. Now I'm going to show you how to play the beat in our camp song. And I'm going to start out with quarter notes. I'm going to show you how it's played, and then I'll break it down for you. So for starters, we're going to do 4 on the floor, and our snare and our toms on the one hand. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Came to rock, came to roll, making some noise, taking control. We build each other up, not tear each other down. We build each other up, not tear each other down. Okay, so it's just gonna be 2 parts. 2 different parts make up the whole song. And it's, the first part is the one that I started with, which is 4 on the floor with your kick drum, right? On the 1, you hit your snare drum and your floor tom together with the kick drum. So all 3 together on the 1. And then just your hands hit 1 more on an 8th note. So it goes 1 and I'm going to do that a couple times through with the kick drum. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 1 and 1 and, right? We're going to do that part first, and then it moves into the beat where I moved over to the hi-hat, and it's possible to do it in 2 ways. You can do it as a quarter note beat, which is going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you can play it as an 8th note beat. And the way you do that is you play your hi-hat on the 1 and. So there's going to be an and between every number that we count, right? So it's going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We're going to play our kick drum with our hi-hat on the 1, and then hi-hat alone, and then hi-hat and snare together, 2 and 3. So that's the kick drum and the hi-hat together on the 3. Hi-hat alone again, and then on the 4, it's hi-hat and snare again. And that's the combination. So it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and we're going to go back and forth between the 2 parts, and that's once you've got those 2 parts down, you can play this song. So I'm going to play it once more all the way through, or to the roll call part. So let's do it with eighth notes, and I will count along as we go. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and If you want to add a crash cymbal, the way I would suggest doing that is to hit it on the 1 of the hi-hat part, right? So the second part is the hi-hat with the 8th note beat, and you hit your crash cymbal with your kick drum on the 1 if you want to add that in there. So it goes crash cymbal, and then you go right back over to your hi-hat, and you're going to play the and right after that 1. So you're going to go crash and then to the snare again. So crash and 1. Cool. We're going to now play along with the Rock Camp song in various speeds. We're going to start really slow. We're going to play it at about 50% of the real time. And you can drum along with me, and we'll try it slowest this time, a little faster next time. So that was 50%. Let's try it again a little bit faster. So this is going to be more like 75%. Cool, so that was a little faster. Let's try it at the real speed and see if we can do it. So now you know how the rock camp song goes on the drums, and you should know that this is not an easy thing to jump right into. So don't be discouraged if it takes you a while and if you have to practice to it really slow. There's nothing wrong with that. It's tricky to use all of your limbs simultaneously, doing different things, and this is totally a new thing. So make sure you're gentle with yourself, and you allow yourself to just take it at whatever speed is most comfortable for you. And this rock beat, the quarter note rock beat and the eighth note rock beat, are both going to be the most common drum beat that you'll hear, and there's a reason for that. It's a solid, it's a solid, good beat that you'll notice. You'll hear it in a lot of hit songs. So good job, everybody. I will see you at practice.